Hello and welcome, everyone. We are back, Women's Speakers Association. I'm Laura Rubenstein, your host and producer of WSA-TV and digital media and marketing strategist. Today we have a phenomenal show for you. It's all about leadership success tips for women leaders, big in our news today. So I want to jump right in, have you get to know our experts right away, and get into our show topic. So let's go say hi to our speakers. Hi, Cassandra.
Hi, I'm Cassandra Freeman. I am the owner of ThoughtfulInspirations.com. I'm a never give up coach, and I am from Chester, Virginia.
Well, welcome. We're glad to have you here. And let's go say hi to Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Laura. I'm Sarah Walton. I'm just outside of New York City. My website is sarahwalton.com. I'm an author, speaker, and the founder of the Money Mindset Course of Women. And I'm also the author of Redefining Success, 13 Stories Every Entrepreneur Should Read.
Great to have you, Sarah. Let's say hi to Becky. Hi, Becky.
Hi, Laura. My name is Becky Norwood. I am a speaker, author, and coach. But my website is The Woman I Love, and this is my book here, thewomanilove.com. I work with women to love life.
Okay, great. Great to have you. And Sohaila, hi.
Yes, hi. Nice to see everybody. So my name is Sohaila, and I am a professional belly dance artist. And you can reach me at www.sohaila.international.com. And I'm ready for this fun time.
All right, we're ready for you. And let's say hi to Adrienne. We've got a full show today.
Hello from sunny Tucson. My name's Adrienne Barker, and I'm with Professional Global Etiquette. And I started that company.
Awesome. So glad to have all of you here. We have a great show, great topic. All of you are women leaders. And to that extent, I know you have incredible advice for helping other women become leaders and successful leaders in particular. And I think we're at a point in time where women, as we come into our leadership abilities, we can change the world for the better. So Cassandra, I'd love to hear your advice from your expertise of, what are some women leadership success tips?
I would say that as it relates to never giving up, that so many times women, we are like the Energizer Bunny. We keep going and going after that goal. And sometimes it's more about re-strategizing or redefining our path or our route. And also realizing that never give up is not just one moment. Don't quit or move on. It's a way of life. It's how we think. It's who we are.
Never give up. Keep going on. I love it. Thanks. And Sarah, tell us about what leadership success tips you'd like to offer for women.
Absolutely. I actually really love what Cassandra just said. That's why my book is called Redefining Success. I think the biggest tip we can give other women is to remind each other that we have the right at any time to redefine what success looks like for us. We have the right to do that. And some of us have the obligation to do that. When you really feel something stirring inside, it's time to redefine it and keep moving forward. And sometimes I think the biggest stopgap for women on that is seeking knowledge that they don't have, whether it's a P&L, how to read a P&L, a new piece of software, something like that we can always learn it.
Wow. Getting the knowledge and empowering yourself is important, in addition to never giving up. So I love it. The expert wisdom we have here is powerful. And let's go to you, Becky, and get your piece of advice for women in leadership.
Well, in line with never giving up and finding ways to redefine ourselves, there's many women that have gone through terrible traumas and have found themselves where they're not sure really how to connect with life. And that is the whole theme of when I work with women, is to love themselves first and foremost, and to forgive things that have happened in their lives so that they can move forward. Very, very important to really being successful with life.
Yeah, that's foundational, huh? I mean,
Yes.
It's foundational when you have that love and forgiveness, and then we have Cassandra's, never giving up on who you are, right? And then getting the knowledge, as Sarah says. And so, Sohaila, what do you like to add to that?
Well, I'd like to add to believe in yourself. You really need to dig deep down inside you and know that you are worthy, and to believe in yourself.
Awesome. And what happens when you believe in yourself? You can accomplish almost anything. And to that end, Adrienne, what advice would you give to women about having success in leadership?
I say you have to start. Let's get more women and young women on boards and serving on committees and being involved.
Great. And are we talking in the public sector or private sector? What, nonprofit? What are we talking about here?
Absolutely, all of those sectors. We need, you always have your first time of going on a board and serving, and I appeal to women to mentor those that are new and allow them to thrive and grow and learn.
Wonderful. It's, you know, how do we take over America? You know, one woman at a time, on a board at a time.
Yes, please.
It's great. Wow. These leadership success tips are something to certainly take to heart. And, you know, what I want to know is a little bit deeper about like who you guys are. Who do you work with? What do you do? Where does this wisdom come from? So let's go over to Cassandra and tell us who you work with and what you do with them.
Yes, I work with mostly women and families, and I inspire them to never give up on their dreams and pursue their goals relentlessly. I do that through mostly speaking, I produce products, and I also do one-on-one coaching.
And how did you get into this work?
Oh, wow. I've always done it. I know that now, since I do it, I have people from grade school, they'll contact me and say, you've always done this. And I'm thinking to myself, have I? And they say, yeah. But most recently, I say I've had the pleasure of remembering being in college and often encouraging people in college, because you know how that can be with people in college and making mistakes, and realizing that, you know, I would encourage them and they would say, are you a motivational speaker? And I would say, no, I'm actually on track to become a pediatrician. And they would say, no, you're a motivational speaker. So I guess they were right? I am a motivational speaker.
Terrific. What a great story. Thank you for sharing. And the work, I love your phrase about, you know, never give up on their dreams and pursue them relentlessly.
Yes.
Like, what if people really did that, and women in particular, and we had women leaders relentlessly pursuing their dreams?
Yeah.
I just can't imagine. So Sarah, let's talk about you and the work you do. Who do you work with? What do you do with them?
So there are three women primarily that I work with. I work with women who are in corporate jobs and they know it's not their calling, but they don't know how to get out of it. I work with women who maybe left the workforce at some point and now it's time for them to go back in, but they don't know what to do or how to package themselves or really focus on their expertise and their experiences and the power that's in them. And then the last is women who've started a business, but it's not quite working the way they imagined, so they don't quite know what to do. And inside all that work, the crux of my work is dealing with our relationship to money, because it's the most powerful tool we have access to, and women seem to have a little bit of a different relationship to it than men. And I do that by speaking. I hold Redefining Success events. I also speak on stages all over the nation. I have an online course, and then I also do one-on-one consultations.
Nice. So do you have a story about a client you worked with and helped her through this to success?
Sure, I do. She's just my favorite. You know, it's hard. We all love all of our clients, but they're like the ones you really connect with, you know, and I so connected with her because she was in the position I was in before I started doing this work. And she had this beautiful, high-powered, high-paying job, and she was miserable. And through our conversations and through our work together, it came out that she had gone through 10 rounds of IVF and that people call her all the time. And they're like, can you be my BFF, my best fertility friend? And we turned that into a business for her. And she now helps and supports and loves women who are going through what she went through. And you should see her face. She's just aglow all the time. And it's working. And we made it like a real business. It's not, I think sometimes as women, we can get excited about stuff and then we don't turn it into a business, right? We don't turn it into something we can support our families on and really live on and support other people while we do it.
And she's a great example of, you know, when we get a woman in leadership doing her passion, really being able to help other people and change the world. So I love that. Congratulations. And Becky, let's turn to you and learn a little bit more about the work you do, who you work with, what you do with it.
I work with women that have gone through extreme abuse, whether it's been rape or child abuse or domestic violence. I am a survivor of that myself, and it took me many, many years to put all of this into perspective and to understand what I could do to help myself heal. And in the process, it has been just so amazing because I did tell my story. I have a program going right now called We Choose to Thrive. And it's all of us banding together, telling our stories. And it's turning into a series of books, but also coaching and workshops to help them to realize not just the healing, not to be just a survivor, but to heal, and we are thriving as a result. And it's been quite a process, but it is incredibly fun.
I love that word, thrive. Do you have a story of how you helped a client to thrive?
I do. I have one client that her biggest complaint was that she was always feeling this heavy load of depression, like a cloud over her head, and couldn't understand how to rise above it. And so as we worked together to start really writing her story and putting those pieces together, she's been able to start writing a new story for herself. And she came back to me and she said she really finally came to understand that abuse is abuse no matter what kind of abuse it is, but that we don't have to stay there, that we can choose to make it, to do something different. And to see the difference in her now compared to what she was is amazing.
Wow, that's a great story. Phenomenal. Congratulations on that. Awesome. Now, Sohaila, I know you have unique work, so tell us about what you do and who you do it with.
Well, I help women break out of the monotony of life and rediscover themselves through their own five senses and ancient belly dance movements.
Awesome. That's great. And how did you, tell us a little bit more about the work and maybe somebody you've worked with.
Sure. Well, through my programs and retreats, I help women literally reconnect themselves back to their five senses. And with movements into play, they bring out their femininity back. They become reconnected back to themselves again. And it's so powerful.
Really is. It's really courageous of you to bring out that feminine word, and in the sense of feminine being something empowering and powerful.
And it's not just sexual, it's very sensual. And for women to have that, to me, it's so powerful as a woman to have this, very powerful.
It totally is. So thank you for your great work. And I'd like to go over to Adrienne and learn a little bit more about your work, who you work with and what you do.
Thank you so much. I grew up in a family business. And I actually only had two careers. I worked for Muscular Dystrophy Association for 8 years and my family's promotional products business. And I realized that I wanted to make a change and I knew what I was missing. And personally, I really wasn't taught etiquette and protocol and how to do a lot of things correctly. And so I went to the Protocol School of Washington and I graduated, and now I'm teaching others how to outclass a competition and dine like a diplomat.
Yeah. Awesome. And how do you think that helps people in the world succeed, and how does that relate to success and leadership?
Well, you know what? It really does, because you need to know how to make introductions. You need to know how to be a proper host. You need to understand how to be a proper guest. You need to be able to negotiate correctly. And all of this are skills that I've learned. And there's only about 4,500 graduates of the PSOW. So we're really out there trying to bring back etiquette. And I'm actually going to have my own radio show called Adrienne's P's and Q's starting next Thursday.
I love it. I love that, P's and Q's. It's great. It's, we don't think about it, but I grew up in the East Coast and was a little rough around the edges. And when I went to college, I actually went to college in the South. And that was a big education in cultural etiquette. So you're onto something here. And I believe when we can interact in the world as leaders, we know the protocols. We know how to lift people up and how to honor them, because that's what great women leaders do, don't they?
That's right.
That's great. So I want to put us all on screen for a moment and also bring back the screen with all of your websites on it, because each of you has incredible wisdom and gifts to offer. And I want to encourage all of our viewers today to visit your websites, to look on the blog post or the video notes, description notes, and get in touch with you. If you if you found a piece of advice very useful, if you heard something you want to know more about, be in touch with our guests today. They really are dedicated to changing the world one woman at a time. And so are we at Women Speakers Association. So to that end, I'd love for each of you to share with us why you got involved with Women Speakers Association, what you love about it. So Cassandra, would you be willing to share with us?
Absolutely. I wanted to join the Women Speakers Association because I wanted to connect with other speakers and I wanted to connect with other women. And what I love about it, oh my gosh, is how welcoming you guys are and how engaging and what wonderful information you guys have. It's amazing and it helps us so much.
Oh, so glad you're here and giving your best. I think we make each other better. So thank you. And Sarah, how about you? How did you come to this organization? What do you love?
Oh, I was a little bit like Cassandra. I had a lot of people say, well, you speak, right? And I would give presentations a lot with my corporate job. But I've just fallen in love with speaking over the last year, and I've been all over the nation, and I want to start getting on bigger and bigger stages. And I knew the best place to do that would be to come here. And what I've loved about it, I just have to echo Cassandra again. So funny, we're in this order. I keep saying what she's saying too, but she's my East Coast friend. Is the instant sisterhood. The instant sisterhood. Everybody I've met or interacted with has been fabulous. Everybody is, they follow what I really believe is the bigger we all get, the bigger we all get. And the more we can help each other do things, the better everybody else is, especially when it's women's voices that we're raising to the top of the noise that's out there. So I think that to me is the biggest draw, the other women, and then just the power of the name itself and helping all of us grow.
And that is the idea, collaboration. Yeah. Okay, and Becky, tell us what you love about Women Speakers Association.
For me, it's the sisterhood that I find it's so important. I first found out about this association when I was in Canada attending an event with Gail Watson. And I have felt so blessed to be among a group of women that our messages are all so important, and yet we're there for each other. And the growth that I feel personally just from being exposed to this, the support, it's fabulous.
Yep, great support. So Sohaila, what's your experience been?
Yes, I agree with Becky. I met Gail through, one of the groups, and she told me about the WSA. And when I went on it, it was a breath of fresh air, literally seeing other women really wanting to help out and empower one another. It was great. And I had to say, I'm signing up now. I have to, because I need to be in this atmosphere with all these impactful women.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks. Adrienne, how about your experience with Women Speakers Association?
I'll tell you what, you really walk the walk, you talk the talk. This is a group of professionals. You get back correctly to just the whole conversation that you have with any management there is just, it's outstanding. You really know what you're doing. You give great customer service. The benefits are unbelievable. And I just really enjoy the Facebook page, and it's so much fun to read everyone's group. It's almost like being a fly on the wall on every other professional and, smart woman out there, and you get to learn from them. Amazing.
Oh, thank you. I will say we have a lot of opportunities to connect with each other through the Facebook page, through the events, through Women Speakers Association. We have the Facebook Live events we do now, or the Zoom events. They're speakersuccess.tv is a great place to check out. So if you love what these women have said, if you want to join us, this instant sisterhood, I love that, go to joinwsa.com. We have a free level of membership waiting for you, or like these women who were instantly attracted, we have upgraded to the premier member, the premier member, and would love to invite you in. So we'll be back again with you at another episode of WSA-TV. So bye for now.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.